You guys know I love food, right? And you know I love a good challenge, so when I saw all these crazy food hacks blowing up on TikTok, I knew I had to try them myself. We're talking about turning Oreos into ice cream, flipping pizzas upside down, and making ramen into grilled cheese. It's wild! We picked out the 5 most insane hacks, and we're gonna see if they actually work. Let's go! Alright, first up, we're tackling this Oreo ice cream. It's supposed to be only 2 ingredients, which already sounds suspicious, but we're gonna give it a shot. First things first, we gotta crush these Oreos. We're talking dust, people. No chunks left behind. Okay, got my Oreo dust. Now I'm gonna add in some heavy cream. It looks kinda gross right now, not gonna lie, but we're gonna mix it up and hope for the best. Alright, it's looking more like a batter now. Into the freezer it goes. We gotta let this chill for a few hours to really solidify. Fast forward a few hours and, drumroll please, we've got ice cream. I gotta say, it actually looks pretty good. Let's give it a taste. Whoa, this is surprisingly good. It's super creamy, and it actually tastes just like Oreos. This hack is a winner for sure. Next up, we're going upside down with pizza. Yes, you heard that right. We're flipping the script on traditional pizza making and trying something completely out of the box. This isn't your average pizza night, folks. I've never even heard of this before, and I bet most of you haven't either. It's a wild concept, but that's what makes it so exciting. Imagine the look on your friends' faces when you tell them you're making an upside-down pizza. So, apparently, you put the toppings down first. That's right, we're starting with the good stuff. No more waiting for the toppings to shine. They get the spotlight from the get-go. Then you add the dough on top of the toppings. It's like building a pizza in reverse. Let's see how this goes. It's a bit like a culinary experiment, and I'm all in for it. For this upside-down adventure, I'm gonna go with classic pepperoni. You can't go wrong with a classic, right? Plus, the pepperoni will give it that familiar, comforting taste we all love. Laying it down on the pan, nice and even. You want to make sure every bite has that perfect pepperoni flavor. It's all about balance and distribution. Now for the cheese. Gotta have that cheese pull. The cheese is what makes a pizza truly irresistible. We're going for that gooey, melty goodness that stretches with every bite. Alright, time for the secret weapon puff pastry. This is where things get really interesting. Instead of the usual pizza dough, we're using puff pastry to give it a unique twist. We're ditching the traditional dough and using this instead. Puff pastry will add a flaky, buttery texture that you just can't get with regular dough. It's going to be a game changer. Laying it over the cheese, tucking it in all nice and tight. You want to make sure it's snug so that it bakes evenly and holds all those delicious toppings in place. Into the oven it goes. This is the moment of truth. Will it turn out as amazing as we hope? Only time will tell. This is the part where we cross our fingers and hope for the best. Cooking is always a bit of a gamble, but that's what makes it so fun and rewarding. And we're back! The pizza is looking golden brown and delicious. The puff pastry has puffed up beautifully, and the cheese is bubbling just right. But the real test is the cheese pull. Let's do this. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Will it have that perfect stretch? Oh my god, look at that cheese stretch. It's everything we hoped for and more. This is what pizza dreams are made of. This is insane. And the taste, even better. The combination of the crispy puff pastry and the gooey cheese is out of this world. The puff pastry is so flaky and buttery, it's the perfect crust. It adds a whole new dimension to the pizza experience. This hack is a game changer. If you haven't tried upside-down pizza yet, you're missing out. Trust me, it's worth every bite. Chapter 3. Crispy Tortilla Egg Wraps. Alright, moving on to something a little simpler now. Tortilla egg wraps. These are perfect for when you want something quick, easy, and absolutely delicious. I've seen these all over TikTok, and they look super easy and delicious. It's amazing how a few simple ingredients can come together to create something so satisfying. Let's give it a go. You won't believe how fast and fun this is. First things first, we crack an egg right onto the tortilla. This is the base of our wrap, and it's important to get it just right. Gotta be careful not to break the yolk. The yolk adds a rich, creamy texture that makes the wrap even more delicious. Now we're gonna spread it around, making sure the whole tortilla is covered. This ensures every bite has that wonderful eggy goodness. It's like a little edible canvas. You can get creative with it. Time for the fun part, fillings. I'm going with cheese, because cheese makes everything better. The melted cheese will add a gooey, savory element to our wrap, because cheese makes everything better, and it melts beautifully, creating a deliciously gooey texture. Some spinach for some green action, adding a bit of freshness and a nice crunch, and a little bit of hot sauce for a kick. This will give our wrap a spicy edge that balances out the richness of the cheese and egg. Now we fold it up like a burrito, making sure all the fillings are tucked in nicely, and toss it on the pan. The pan should be preheated to medium heat to get that perfect crisp. We're gonna cook it on both sides until it's nice and crispy. This step is crucial for that satisfying crunch, until it's nice and crispy. The tortilla should be golden brown and the cheese melted to perfection. And there you have it. A perfectly crispy, cheesy, delicious egg wrap. A perfectly crispy, cheesy, delicious egg wrap. It's a quick, easy, and satisfying meal that you can whip up in no time. This hack is perfect for a quick and easy breakfast or lunch. Whether you're in a rush or just craving something tasty, this tortilla egg wrap has got you covered. Chapter 4. Honey jelly? Okay, this next one is a little out there. Apparently you can turn honey into jelly just by freezing it? I'm skeptical but also intrigued. Let's do it. We're starting with a brand new bottle of honey. Gotta make sure it's the real deal for this experiment. Into the freezer it goes. We're gonna let this chill for at least a few hours, maybe even overnight, to get that perfect jelly consistency. Alright, it's been a few hours, and the moment of truth is here. The honey is completely frozen solid. Let's see if this actually works. Whoa, it's coming out like jelly. This is wild. It's like magic but with honey. And the taste? It's just like regular honey, but with a fun, chewy texture. This hack is definitely a conversation starter. Chapter 5. Ramen grilled cheese. Last but not least, we're tackling the most controversial hack of them all, ramen grilled cheese. This is the kind of recipe that makes you raise an eyebrow and think, is this for real? But trust me, it's worth a try. Yes, you heard that right. We're using ramen noodles as bread. Let's get cooking. First, grab a pack of your favorite instant ramen. Any brand will do, but make sure it's the classic kind with the curly noodles. First, we gotta cook up some ramen. We're not using the flavor packet for this one, just the noodles. Boil them in water for about 3 minutes or until they're just tender. You don't want them too soft or they won't hold together well. Once the noodles are cooked, we're gonna strain them and let them cool down a bit. This step is crucial because if the noodles are too hot, they won't form into patties properly. Now we're gonna form them into patties. These are gonna be our bread slices. Use your hands to shape the noodles into 2 flat, round patties. If they're not sticking together, you can use a little bit of egg as a binder. Time for the cheese. We're piling it on thick because you can never have too much cheese. Use your favorite type of cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, or even a mix of different cheeses for extra flavor. Now we're gonna grill these bad boys up until they're nice and crispy on the outside and the cheese is all melty on the inside. Heat a pan over medium heat and add a bit of butter or oil. Place the ramen patties in the pan and cook them for about 3-4 minutes on each side. And there you have it. The moment of truth. Let's cut into this thing and see what we've got. Use a sharp knife to slice through the crispy ramen and gooey cheese. The cross-section should reveal a beautiful cheesy interior. Wow, this is actually surprisingly good. The ramen noodles add a really nice crunch and the cheese is, well, it's cheese, so it's amazing. The combination of textures and flavors is something you have to experience to believe. This hack is definitely a must-try for all you adventurous eaters out there. Whether you're a ramen lover or a grilled cheese enthusiast, this fusion dish is sure to impress. So go ahead, give it a shot, and let us know what you think. Alright guys, there you have it, 5 viral TikTok food hacks put to the test. I gotta say, I'm actually really impressed. Some of these were surprisingly delicious. Which hack are you trying first? Comment below. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more crazy food adventures. Until next time, peace.